pandemic proclamation of resistance. Every 100 years, humanity needs a reset. Nature reclaims itself. A global pandemic of biblical proportions should teach humanity its lesson, right? Not necessarily. But what about the youngest who have no memory of this time period? Would we be producing a more emotionally resilient generation? We would look back on this time and marvel at the people who made it and mourn those we lost. Many lost jobs, careers, purpose. With that, many worried about keeping a roof over their heads and food on their table. We also craved normalcy, to get back to life as they had known it. But what normal were we in such a rush to get back to? Did it really serve us as well as we had believed? High schoolers were deprived of milestones like prom and graduation. We have a lost generation of students, having fallen behind with the lack of personal contact and engagement. Are we building disenfranchised school kids? Now we realize the value of the education and the socialization that happens in schools. Gone are the stressed out, overly scheduled kids whose parents needed them to get a scholarship or into a better college than their peers. But are we setting them up for a disengagement? Like the hippie generation that shoved the privileges of post-World War II back in their parents' faces. How will the children of the Trump presidency and the pandemic 2020 turn out? Will career and money be so valued? In the midst of the coronavirus, where mental illness, addiction, homelessness, poverty, and other societal ills truly that terrible? If 2020 is about pivoting, it was also my 40th year, which seems to have been very significant in facing my own mortality. I learned I could have been dead in 10 years from colon cancer. Genetic testing further revealed that I have an increased inherited risk of colorectal or gastrointestinal cancers, and that may all be related to my heart. For a small group, it was an explosive time of productivity, creativity, and dreams coming true. I want to be one of those people. It came at a price some weren't prepared to pay prior. Demons can lay hidden behind some of these ambitions. In an unusually challenging time, not seen in a century, art and culture provided hope, distraction, entertainment, and meaning, for they are the cultural historians. So, what are you waiting for? The actual apocalypse? Got me thinking. What's my story during this time? What's yours? Time to tell it, don't you think?